Ever feel lost in the shadows, waiting for someone else to bring the light? Mrs. Evelyn did too, until she decided to create her own. Watch how one small act of kindness transforms a gloomy apartment building into a beacon of hope and community. You'll discover the power you hold to brighten any darkness. Mrs. Evelyn lived alone in a gray, gloomy apartment building. The hallways felt cold, and residents shuffled past each other like shadows, never speaking or smiling. The silence weighed heavily on Mrs. Evelyn's heart. She missed the warmth of neighbors greeting each other, sharing stories, and caring for one another. The loneliness was thick, like a heavy blanket that draped over the building and its people. One particularly dim afternoon, as Mrs. Evelyn gazed down the long hallway of flickering lights and bare walls, she realized she could no longer wait for someone else to brighten the place. The world around her might have been dull and quiet, but she decided that she could create her own light, even if it was small and humble. From her apartment, Mrs. Evelyn carefully chose one of her cherished potted flowers, a bright red geranium that always brought her joy. She cleaned a tiny wooden table she found in the shared space, a forgotten relic left by a previous tenant, and placed her flower pot on it right in the center of the hallway. Next to the pot, she left a simple note: to brighten our hall. Days passed. At first, Mrs. Evelyn wasn't sure if anyone even noticed. Then one morning, she saw the soil in the flower pot was damp. Someone had watered it. Her heart lifted with a small spark of hope. Encouraged, she continued to care for the flower and kept the note in place. A week later, she returned to find a small, newer flower pot sitting beside hers, this one holding blooming daisies. That small act of kindness and courage began to ripple quietly through the community. Mrs. Evelyn wanted to do more. With some careful savings, she bought a string of warm fairy lights from a local store. She spent an afternoon slowly and gently, hanging the delicate lights along the ceiling of the corridor. When she plugged them in, they cast a soft, golden glow that transformed the dreary hallway into a welcoming path filled with warmth and color. For the first time in what felt like forever, people stopped as they walked by. Shadows became living moments. Someone looked up at the lights, then met Mrs. Evelyn's eyes and smiled. A simple hello was quietly exchanged. Soon, brief conversations bloomed beneath the sparkling lights. Neighbors asking about each other's day, sharing laughter, or simply appreciating the gentle glow together. Mrs. Evelyn hadn't waited for others to change or for a miracle to sweep through the building. She took a small step, creating a light that was hers to give. In doing so, she reminded everyone that sometimes you don't need to banish all the darkness at once. Sometimes all it takes is one small, persistent light to change everything. Her simple acts showed the power of courage, kindness, and hope. She taught everyone that even in the darkest places, each person can choose to shine brightly and bring new life to their community. And in those moments, the gloomy apartment building wasn't just a place where people lived, it became a place where people belonged. The residents started organizing small gatherings, sharing meals and stories under the warm glow of the fairy lights. The building transformed from a place of shadows and silence into a vibrant community filled with laughter and friendship. Mrs. Evelyn's simple act of kindness had created a ripple effect, inspiring others to create their own light in the world. And so, the apartment building became known as the Building of Light, a testament to the power of kindness, courage, and community. Mrs. Evelyn continued to tend her flowers and share her light, reminding everyone that, even in the darkest of times, each person has the power to create their own light.